Welcome back, everybody. Free NFL bets, Thursday night football edition. And I can't lie, guys, the NFL's been a mess. It's been an absolute mess. I think I lost like 18 units last week, something like that. And it's been kind of like a free fall, honestly. I'm still positive for the year, still +2 units, so we will work our way back. So, just want to be transparent with you guys on what's going on with the NFL year to date. But let's not waste any time on me. Let's get to the game. And I'll go through this kind of quickly. Not quickly. I'll still give like good analysis and all that stuff, but it's a pretty straightforward game in my eyes, at least. That's the way I'm seeing it. So it's the Washington Commanders at the Philadelphia Eagles. Commanders are off a loss to Pittsburgh at home by 1 point. The Eagles won by like 30 at Dallas. And now teams play at Philadelphia Thursday night. So the spread is -3.5. It's been bought up for -3. There's no more threes, so there's money on Eagles. And then obviously we didn't get that hook on the 3.5. There's going to be buyback. So it's going to stay at 3.5. I would be really surprised if it does go to 4. I don't anticipate it going to 4 at all. The injury report, Eagles are 100% healthy with all starters in Week 11 of the NFL season. That's great. I don't know if any team can say that. I mean, they literally have every single starter healthy. Even on defense, everyone's healthy. So that's fantastic news if you're an Eagles fan. You know, hopefully that stays the same for you. On the Commanders side, they too are pretty healthy. On offense, the left tackle Brandon Coleman and right tackle Andrew Wiley are questionable for this game, but they did both practice as limited participants the last 2 days. Cornelius Lucas, he is also questionable for this game. That's another tackle. So, you know, that's something to think about, just because the Eagles, you know, they have a good defensive line. You know, they can get after it if they're going against, you know, hobbled offensive linemen. So, you know, that's something to think about. On the defensive side, for the Eagles, they're healthy, and sorry, I already talked about them. The Commanders, you know, they're healthy with the players that have been playing. I mean, obviously Jonathan Allen's out for the year, and Marshawn Lattimore is not playing in this game. But you know, everyone that's been playing last week, they're healthy, ready to go for this one. So that's great news. Great news for both teams. This should be a really good game. I do think the Eagles cover here. I'm going to be on the Eagles one way or another. I don't like that -3.5. I really hate betting 3.5. There's nothing more I can't stand losing than by a field goal. Out of like all bets across all sports, I hate losing on 3.5. So like I rarely play 3.5s, guys. Like rarely. I know it's like probably awful long term to buy the half point down, but I just do it just for like my peace of mind and sanity. Like I cannot. Nothing drives me crazier than that, guys. So let's look at the Eagles' sacks. They have 25 sacks. They're right above or right at league average. The Commanders have 27. So like pass rush is pretty much the same. But I mean, with the two banged up offensive tackles for the Commanders, I do lean the Eagles. You know, controlling the game. You know, I mean, Jay Daniels, he's a good player. He's going to make some stuff shake, but it's just the Eagles and that home crowd, divisional game, battle for first place. Like the Eagles in the past couple seasons, they've been rising up to the occasion when they need to, for the most part. And, you know, they've been doing that this season. This team is responding really well. The Commanders are definitely the lesser of the two defenses. I mean, I expect the Eagles to be able to run the ball, pass the ball, do whatever they pretty much want to, honestly. With, you know, that big offensive line, healthy offensive line, they should be able to score. They should be able to move the ball just a little bit better than the Commanders should. And if you've been paying attention, the Commanders have not had a win against an opponent above 500 this season. All their wins currently, as it stands, are against teams with below 500 records. So that was one of my biggest reasons why I took the Steelers last week at +3 against the Commanders, was because, in my opinion, the Steelers were more battle tested, and this is another big battle test for the Commanders and them going on the road. I don't think they're there yet. I don't think they're there yet as a football team to go on the road and win this big of a game. So I'm leaning the Eagles. Not leaning, I will be on them. The -3.5. Definitely not the -3.5. Let's see what the money line is at. Money line is -180. That's kind of steep. It's kind of steep, guys. Because I really want to make this like a 4-unit play, but I can't do 3.5. I mean, if you buy, it's probably like -3. Buying it back is probably like -125. I mean, honestly, that's not a good bet. It's really not a good bet. You know what, guys? I might swallow my pride and bet -3.5. There's a couple -105s out there, or wait until kickoff and hope that like somebody gets off the 3 and gets off the 3.5 and goes to 3, flat 3 at -120. I'll take -3, 120, -120. I'll take that. But -125, that's a bad bet in my opinion. I don't think you guys should do that. Total is at 48.5. I see some 48s out there. Let's see what it opened up at. Opened up at 45. Is that really what it opened up at? It moved that much? No, it was at 49. So there's a little bit of under money coming in. And I mean, if you're into like the trends, like the against the spread records and like analyze that stuff like I am. So Washington has 7 overs and 3 unders, and then the Eagles have 4 overs and 5 unders. So, whichever way this goes, one team's going to be heavy under team to a heavy over team. So I don't know. I don't really have a say on the total. Thursday nights are kind of random in my opinion, like especially total side more than sidewise. Eagles play, I lean over Thursday night football. It's hard for me to bet unders on the Thursday night. I learned my lesson last week. Well, this crazy thing, that under last week was trending the entire way, and then Chase Brown freaking fumbled when they were up 21-7, and then the floodgates opened for the whole rest of the scoring. Like, it was 21-7 in the middle of the third quarter. Game was going under. Like, no doubt about it. It was going under, and then Chase Brown gave it life. So that was annoying. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna try to get. I don't know. I'll try to experiment just like podcast show wise when I do the big Sunday podcast. I've been doing it Friday nights after the final injury report, but I think a lot of you guys like it earlier in the week, like Thursday. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll try it again one more time this week on Friday, and then next week I'll see if I can do it on an earlier day in the week. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Thursday Night Football. I'm on the Eagles and a slight lean to the over. So follow me on Twitter at Easy Money Wins for all my official releases, all my official bets. And let's get back to our winning ways, guys. Let's make some money.